In this video, let's talk about what to do for ASO in case you are in a very competitive niche. And guess what? Almost every app is in a very competitive niche today. Any kind of photo app, game app, fitness, business, social, music, events, dating, you get the point. It's all incredibly competitive. You're going to compete against million and billion-dollar apps. So the first strategy is to niche down and find easier keywords. If you feel like you're fluent with keywords and you got it, just bear with me. This is for people who maybe are still struggling with the concept of keywords. It's going to be a tiny bit repetitive. I apologize. But it's for people who are beginner at keywords. So essentially, if you're a photo app, well, you're not going to be able to compete for the word photos. So you're going to go into, like, if your app is a nature app, for example, you're going to go into nature photo. And maybe if it's specifically a photo app for birds and animals, but like not all nature, but just birds and animals or something like that, or maybe some kind of technique of photography, then maybe you will target birds and animal photo, because at least you'll be able to rank for the less competitive keywords. Another example is games. Well, game app is impossible, right? So maybe you have a runner game. That's also impossible. There's like thousands and thousands of runner games out there. Maybe you'll do like cute animal runner game, and you'll have different characters. So maybe you'll rank for keywords like graphics and fun, and maybe just creative keywords that apply to your specific game. Now, of course, ultimately, all of us want to target the big, juicy keywords. So what is the strategy to do that? Well, there's no shortcut. You're going to have an incredibly sustained effort on things like getting legitimate good reviews from real users. And of course, you'll ask everyone you know that you ever meet, but also from the actual usability of your app, from the app quality, from the app engagement, and more downloads you're going to focus on. You're going to consistently focus on boosting every possible quality metric. So that is going to influence your ranking, and you're going to need an ad budget. You can run ads, Android native ads, and Apple App Store native ads that appear directly in the App Store. So if you ask, like, how do I run Facebook ads? You might not need it, because you actually can run a ton of ads on Android natively and iOS. I'll actually walk you through some part of that later in this course. But generally, you can run ads, and those are relatively cheap ads to get app downloads, but still, you might be at a loss because revenue per download is quite low for most apps. So even at a loss, if running ads helps you get more engagement metrics and ultimately rank higher in App Store search for competitive keywords, then the organic downloads you'll get from ranking might compensate for the lost revenue you spent on ads. But for competitive niches, you can bet that your competitors are running ads or hiring influencers or spending some amount of money. And long term, really, the focus is really sustained hard effort. If you're not prepared to do it, or some part of your app just has a dead end, like maybe you can't keep programming it, maybe you cannot keep paying a developer. If we are being realistic, it's ultimately not going to be that easy to rank, because other competitors will keep on improving, keep on outdoing you, and so you have to keep up. So you got to be able to put a very long-term sustained effort, and there's no until when. It's indefinitely until you win. You don't stop until you win, and that's the situation with the big keywords.